Artificial intelligence is changing the world. From self-driving cars to fake impersonated voices to robotic surgery. I used to become scared and run away from change. But once I started to accept that AI is going to be an ever-growing presence in our lives, why not lean into it and make the most of it myself? It's not something to rely on, but rather it should be used as a tool to increase your productivity, allowing me to become a top 1% student, to make this YouTube channel and make a fitness coaching business on the side. If you want to know how I did this, keep watching. The first tool is Cramify, something that's going to save you so much time when it comes to studying. Everyone who's a medical student knows that one of the most difficult things about medical school isn't necessarily how hard the content is, but more about the volume of the content. The sheer amount of lectures that they provide for you can get very overwhelming very quickly, and you can fall behind so easily if you just take a few days off. In med school, you often get 4 to 5 lectures a day. So that means 25 lectures a week. And that means hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of lectures a year. Sometime in the study materials, the concepts that you need to learn are quite unclear. Not to mention, sometimes the lecturers are. Now, imagine you're able to summarize all your study material into high-yield summaries with a single click of a button. All you have to do is upload your study materials, and with one click, it summarizes all your study materials into high-yield notes. Also, as medical students, we always complain that there isn't enough practice questions when it comes to our non-clinical years where we're just tested based off our lectures. This is probably the most insane part of Cramify, is the fact that you can turn your lectures straight into practice questions. If I had access to Cramify earlier, it would have saved me so much time, effort and stress from all those late nights turning all my study materials into flashcards and questions myself. Making an account is easy. Check out Cramify AI or check out the link in the description below to get started. The second thing I use is something that we all have heard about, ChatGPT. Even though we've all heard about ChatGPT, I know that the majority of us watching this video aren't actually using it. And this was me for ages. I knew it was supposed to be this cool thing that could answer any question to a good degree, but I just refused to believe that ChatGPT could be as good as searching for the solution using Google and multiple sources myself. When I actually started using ChatGPT, it blew my mind. So if you're one of those people who are just so resistant to change, this is the sign to start using it now. Sometimes when you try and search for an explanation on Google, it just doesn't really make sense, and you go away with more questions than you started off with. So this is where ChatGPT comes in. Google is very good for simple questions, but when it comes to complicated and nuanced questions, this is where ChatGPT comes in. ChatGPT isn't perfect. The power of ChatGPT for me is using the answer it spits out as a point for further research, as AI isn't 100% accurate. I also use ChatGPT when I get writer's block, when I might be really tired or my brain just might not be working properly for me. I can't think of an idea, or I can't think of the right name for something. I can't think of the right title for a YouTube video. For whatever reason, your creativity just isn't there. And that's where you can use ChatGPT to brainstorm ideas. So for example, for this YouTube video, I just knew that I wanted to make a video about AI, and I was just trying to link it together properly into a YouTube title and also to come up with thumbnail ideas. And ChatGPT just helped me write out. It helped me generate general bullet points for what I'm going to talk about in a YouTube video. It gives me that base idea. It doesn't mean that I don't use my own creativity. I still get to add my own twists and add my own experiences onto things. But it acts as that starting point, which is so important sometimes when you're just having a long day and your creativity just isn't there. The next thing I've recently started using, which has been super useful, is something called Otter.ai. It allows you to record Zoom meetings. It turns those recorded Zoom meetings into a summarized script. It condenses everything that you say during the Zoom call into bullet points, the most important talking points from that call. And so the reason this is so important, it's so useful, is because anyone who has a lot of Zoom calls in their day, or anyone who uses Zoom to do sales calls, and a couple of days later you think back to that meeting, that Zoom meeting, and you think, what did we really talk about? What were the main takeaways from that call? You don't need to worry about that anymore, because Otter.ai, it summarizes the complete Zoom call as soon as the call finishes. So it sends you an email with all the summarized notes about what you talked about. And this is so useful because sometimes So many times I'll look back at Zoom calls and I'll think about, there's something that I really need to remember about this person. Otter.ai allows me to just relax. I don't need to take notes during a Zoom meeting. It takes notes for me, so I can focus my full attention on the call. And I use this for my fitness coaching business. So when I take sales calls with my potential clients, this helps me to remember those small details about the clients that I might have forgotten if I hadn't taken any notes. For example, their age, what they do for work, what sort of hobbies they like to enjoy, what are their challenges in fitness. And so it helps me to come back and remember all of these things to allow me to have more of a personal connection with my clients, to allow me to remember the little things. Everyone knows how special it makes them feel when someone remembers the little things, the things that no one else remembers. Everyone else forgets, but means a lot to that person. Finally, I want to talk about CapCut. So CapCut is a video editing software specifically suited for TikTok and short form content. It's a very, very easy to use app on your phone. And CapCut Pro has an unlimited auto caption feature that I use all the time. In this day and age, posting content and creating content is becoming more popular than ever. So many people are posting content these days, whether it's for their own personal fun and pleasure, or if it's for marketing their business. Knowing how to create good content is key in 2024. Most of my videos that I make for my fitness coaching business are providing value to the audience. I chop up little clips of me working out. I'll show you an example of how it works here. I film myself speaking over the clips as a voiceover. And what CapCut does is it converts what I've said into captions automatically. This is so useful. It saved me hours and hours and hours of time. Because if I had to type out everything that I said, every single word that I'm saying at the same time as my speech, but AutoCap generates captions that sync perfectly with my voice. So it probably saves me around 30 to 40 minutes every time I make a video. So whether you're a student that is struggling to keep up with the massive workload that's being put on you, or if you're a content creator or a business owner that wants to create organic content to market and advertise your business, then these AI tools are going to completely change the way you do things. It's going to save you so much time. If you enjoyed this video, then you might want to check out my video on how I rank top 1% at medical school, which I put up here. And if you want to learn everything that I've learned throughout all my years at medical school about productivity, fitness, content creation, then sign up for my free Skool community that will be launching soon in the link in the description. And as always, God bless, and let's win together.